Happy Transfer Tuesday, everybody. Is a dedicated day of the week where we take a look at our finances to see if there's any money moves we can make in a positive direction. This is a really interesting week because normally I've been working on a savings goal and I hit my last one last week. So not last one, like overarching. Obviously I have other financial goals, but my last sinking fund, emergency fund, all of that is beefed up as of last week. And it feels really strange to be turning on this camera after 3 years and not have a thing to be putting my money at. And obviously student loans are a different ballgame. That is the only debt I have left. Only it's a big debt. But with them, we have 2 more months until payments resume on those. And it feels like I've got all of my cash savings done just in time to get back into paying for student loans again. And that's okay. It's actually really great timing. Obviously, I'm happy to not have to be switching focus back to student loans while also still trying to save up cash in various emergency funds or sinking funds. So I'm incredibly happy and so incredibly grateful for you guys because you have all been a huge part in this whole journey. Many of you have chosen to help me financially, but just being here, watching my videos, cheering me on has been the biggest motivation over 3 years now, and I'm so grateful for you guys. So even though it's strange to not have a dedicated thing at the moment, it's nice not having some dedicated thing where my money should be going, but also it feels a little bit adrift since finances have ruled my life for the last, well, for always, but finances and my financial goals have been steering the ship of my life for the last 5.5 years, and so I finally feel like I have a very brief moment of a breather. I've been taking a breather all summer, as many of you know. I left a really toxic, high-paying job that I was strictly there to pay off debt, and it mentally killed me, and now we're on the other side of that, and I'm recalibrating to a normal life, if you will. It feels nice, I guess, is the point of that. So that being said, I do have some updates from the last week. I'm mostly excited for the week coming up, but I'll get to that in a second. So I did make my monthly donation this last week. I was just scrolling and came across an animal rescue in need. I had been dedicating my donation to another YouTuber who was on her financial journey, but now that she's technically debt-free, I've been allocating to other things that my heart is called to, which is guaranteed going to be some kind of animal rescue or farm sanctuary, something like that, because that is where my heart's at. I came across a page called Adopt a Boxer Rescue. For anyone who doesn't know, I used to have a dog. His name was Wally. He was a rescued boxer, and he was like the love of my life for 6 years or so, and that ripped me in half when it was his time to leave this earth. So I am incredibly passionate about boxers. I cannot wait to get another boxer rescue one day, but until then I will donate to others who are out there supporting the cause. Next update was on the 30th. I got a PayPal notification that Mark had sent me $27.37. So if you guys are not aware, he donated to me last week in the amount of $56.71 from my grocery shop for the budget grocery haul that I put up 2 weeks ago, and then last week, or the other day, whenever it was, I put up my budget week of grocery meals, and I shared with you guys I did a second grocery trip during that week for the amount of $27.37. So Mark sponsored the groceries from last week, which is amazing. Thank you so much, Mark. That's so cool. Yesterday, on the 31st, I then got a Venmo notification that Carol had graciously gifted me with $100. Thank you so much, Carol. And she said to use for whatever your heart desires. More on that in a second. Also yesterday, Carol, she's so sweet. I logged into my YouTube studio and she had given me a $15 super thanks. She's so sweet, and I'm guessing it's because in my previous video I had mentioned that I might not hit my $100 payout threshold for the month when it comes to my YouTube pay. So she boops up that YouTube income a little bit to help me meet that threshold. She's done that a couple times, and she is just so sweet. Thank you so much, Carol. I appreciate you so much. And then also yesterday I got another PayPal notification that Mark had sent me another $40.63. If you are new here, he knows I don't like odd numbers. I like a whole dollar amount. So he's just rounding up, and he said, Happy Transfer Tuesday. Thank you so much, Mark. You and Carol are just so amazing, you guys. Previously, I've been matching any super thanks with my own money and putting it in my emergency fund, but since I'm not saving up for that anymore, I'm not going to do that at the moment. I don't know exactly what I'm going to do with my YouTube paycheck next month, probably save for real estate or something, but I'll update you guys on that when it happens. But as for the money from PayPal and Venmo from Mark and Carol, that's $168 even. And Carol graciously said to use for whatever your heart desires. It's perfect timing because this week is also the week of my trip to Nantucket. I am going to Nantucket for one night to see my most favorite guitar player. Okay, the whole band, obviously. I'm going to see the whole band. They are playing at a very tiny venue on Nantucket for 2 nights. Tonight is night 1, and I'm going for tomorrow night, night 2. So I will be staying on Nantucket Wednesday night and coming back on Thursday. So what I'm going to do with this money is enjoy myself on Nantucket a little bit, because if you've ever been or can imagine, Nantucket is not cheap. The night alone cost me $900 just for one night in an Airbnb. Just a bedroom and a bed and breakfast. It's a tiny, tiny closet, basically, which I'm totally okay with. It's my splurge for the summer. But also, the ferry is expensive. It was like $50-something just for a round trip. Not for my vehicle, just for my body. You can take a bike, which is really nice. You don't get charged if you have a bike with you. So I'm definitely going to take my bike so I can ride around a little bit. But you also have to pay for parking at the ferry terminal overnight, which I think is $60 a night. So that'll be pricey as well. So thank you guys for supporting the little odds and ends that are going to go into the trip as a whole, on top of the actual Airbnb and the concert ticket. But I don't care. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. It's going to be so fun. So I'm just going to be taking things 1 week at a time here until student loans resume. So I guess just as a friendly reminder on that chord, federal student loan interest does start again on September 1st. So this is your final 31 days. If you can, and if you have not yet, paid off any outstanding interest on your student loans, highly, highly, highly recommend doing that so you can get ahead and we can start accruing interest again, starting from a clean slate, since we all know the Achilles heel of student loans is that compounding interest. Granted, there have been some changes to how your monthly payment is applied, which I'm excited to share in an upcoming video. So if you do have federal student loans, be on the lookout for that, or make sure you're aware of all the changes coming at you, which I know it's a moving target these days since student loans have been in legislation and this, that, and the other for years. But I feel like they're moving things in the right direction, which makes me happy, obviously. I know it's been 3 years, and like trying to make up a lot of ground in 31 days can be a lot, but certainly try your best. I'll be paying off my lump sum of student loan interest again very soon, so be on the lookout for that video as well if you guys want to join me. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but obviously before the end of the month, before the end of August, before student loan interest resumes. I've got $7,022.38, I think it was, of outstanding interest I'll be wiping out before interest accrual kicks back in on September 1st. That being said, I'm going to go get packed for Nantucket, and I'll let you guys know how it goes.